like a plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in?
Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under seams, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, ow, ow.
You don't have to feel like a waste of space. Your original cannot be replaced.
If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes the rainbow.
Maybe your reasons why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road.
Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow, and when it's time you'll know. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, ow, ow.
Boom, 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 even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, 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 and now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your blood, your worth, make 'em go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, ow, ow. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make 'em go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, ow, ow. 'Cause baby, you're a firework.
Our very own Katy Perry. Good morning. Okay, good morning. How is everyone this morning? You better look out. I've got a lot of energy today. And I haven't had my extra cup of coffee like I usually do. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Jonathan Zenz. I'm the spiritual director here. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today. First of all, if you were not already asked when you were coming in if you were celebrating a birthday or an anniversary this month, during the month of February, and you've not filled out a form for our drawing, you can get a form from Carmen. I was going to say Candace. I don't know. Candace? I don't know where that came from. Carmen. Oh, it's her alias. I get it. So what we do, for those of you who may be joining us for the first time, is if you're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary during this particular month, the first Sunday of every month we do a drawing. You put your name on the ballot, and you put the name of a registered charity on the ballot, and if your ballot is chosen at random, which we will do in just a moment, then 5% of whatever we collect in our Sunday contributions during our offering today will be donated directly to that charity. So, has everybody filled out their ballots? Brilliant. So let's sing, in honor of everyone who's having a birthday or an anniversary, our birthday and anniversary song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
All right. So let's see. Who? Looking at you, Christina. Would you come and do the honors of choosing today? Now, first of all, are you celebrating a birthday or an anniversary this month? I know you're not celebrating an anniversary this month, I trust.
Well, engagement ring, I didn't put it, but that's
Okay. Who is it going to be?
Oh, two. No, this is one.
Is it one?
You.
Tasha Michael. Yes, there you are. Children's Aid is the charity. Thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant. So, Children's Aid is getting 5% of whatever we collect in our Sunday contributions today. So I will encourage you to be generous when we get to that point. See how that works too? So here we are. We've got a lot of stuff going on here at the center. I've got classes this week. These are the last two classes before I take my 2-week vacation. So on Tuesday, we're going deeper into Ralph Waldo Emerson in the class Exploring Roots, which is the roots of the science of mind. And you know, something occurred to me as I was thinking about this class is that ultimately, everyone who's participating in that class, yes, we're reading the things that led to Ernest Holmes developing the philosophy of the science of mind. But you know who the roots of this philosophy really are? Each and every one of us. So ultimately what we're learning is how to more deeply engage in bringing this practice to our present. So we learn about the past to bring it into our present. So join us at 7 o'clock on Tuesday for Exploring Roots. On Wednesday night, we continue the class Building a Healing Consciousness, where we're really getting in depth in how to do affirmative prayer and how to really incorporate that into your life. So that's at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I do want to let everybody know, for those of you who made contributions last year, your tax receipts are going to be mailed out. It says here on February 14th, so happy Valentine's Day. That's when your tax receipts will be, and we're going to email them to you, by the way. We're working out a situation where we will be able to email them to you with a signature and everything, so that you can just print out the email. That way we save on printing out all this paper and then spending money on all the postage and everything. So that's going to happen on February 14th. Next Sunday, I will be in the Caribbean. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to being in the Caribbean. It'll be my first Caribbean cruise. I will encourage you to not miss Sunday service, though, because we have a very special guest speaker, Barbara Arrowsmith Young, who is the woman who changed her brain. And she's going to be speaking here next week. Please do join us for that. She will also have her book for sale, so lots of great stuff happening here next week. The week after that, I will be in Vancouver for the Spiritual Living Conference, which is part of the Centers for Spiritual Living. Our guest speaker that week will be our very own Helen Vallot. So you don't want to miss that either. If you're brand new here today, I want to say welcome. This is Bring a Friend Sunday, so if that's what we do on the first Sunday of every month, including our birthdays and anniversaries. We encourage you to bring friends. Who's here for the first time today? Hello, welcome, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. We're going to have our fellowship after service, and we've done a potluck today, so we encourage everyone to stick around and engage in community at the end of service today. What else? What else? We do have a Spiritual Mind Treatment request box where you don't have to leave here with anything weighing heavily on your mind. Write out your request on a form, and a practitioner with our center will do the work in mind to do the healing for you. I also want to remind everybody to keep your high conscious thoughts on par with this philosophy on Monday evening at 7 p.m., which is when our practitioner interns will be doing their oral panels, which is the last step tomorrow, which is the last step towards them becoming fully licensed practitioners. So that's it. Let's get on with the good stuff, the service, the celebration. It is a celebration. That's why we're here. We are here to celebrate that there is one thing going on. There's only one idea. There's only one power. There's only one universal principle. There's only one thing. And as I keep doing now, you see, last year it was all about, I kept saying to people, you are God. This year it's, the wall is God. What's next? There's only one thing going on. Pierre's guitar is God. Hey, my guitar is God. Yes. I brought it one day. I will bring it in. Maybe when I will bring it in when I get back from Vancouver. Anyway, we're here to celebrate the one thing that is going on, the one energy, the one belief that there is love at the core of everything that is expressing in our lives. Everything is created by means of love. Can you get behind that? Everything is created by means of love. Love is the creative power of the universe. Now, there are people who will use this in very specific ways for good in the world. The same power might be used by some people for some not so good, but I'm not going to worry about them today. I'm going to worry about how do I incorporate it into my life so that I can live a constructive life. And this is what I encourage each and every one of you to do. That no matter what is happening on the outside, no matter what is happening in the world of circumstance, no matter what you see happening on the news, no matter what you see happening down the street, what is most important is what is your relationship to it in mind? And can you view everything from that place of love? Because love is the only creative power. And so when you create from that power, you get to extend that energy to everyone around you, and they begin to create from that power. And then the people beyond them create from that power. And they do it constructively and purposefully. So this is what I'm here to celebrate today, that this is what we have at our disposal, no matter what. No matter what. So to do this, one of the things that we do is we read our Declaration of Principles. So I'm going to invite you to take a look at your songbooks. And on the inside of the front page, under the heading, What We Believe, we'll read these words together. So as I've already stated, there's only one thing going on. See how that resonates with you as we read this together. Here we go. I believe that the spiritual and material universe are one. I believe that whether I call it God, spirit, energy, or universal consciousness, every person, place, and thing emanates from this one creative source. I believe that spirit is an infinite, loving intelligence operating in and through all life, never separate from anyone or anything. I believe in cause and effect. I believe that it is done unto me as I believe, and as I think, so I become. I live this now, and I rejoice in it. And so it is, and so it is. So to take us further into that place of inspiration, I'm going to invite to the podium our practitioner of the day, Margaret Ann Snyder. Margaret Ann!
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And thank you for that. I have a reading from Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind. One should analyze himself saying, do I look at myself from a standpoint of restriction? Do I see life limited to the eternal round of getting up in the morning, eating, going out to work, coming home, going to bed, sleeping, getting up again, and so on? Break the bonds of apparent necessity and see life as one continuous expression of the infinite self. And as this conception gradually dawns upon the inner thought, something will happen in the outer conditions to relieve the greater demands of necessity. free yourself forever from the thought that God may be pleased by a life of sacrifice, that the world is any better because of your misery, or that righteousness is more perfectly expressed through poverty than abundance. Know that the greater abundance of every good thing which you are bringing out in your life, the more perfectly you are satisfying the divine urge within you. Anything you can dream of is not too great for you to undertake, if it hurts no man and brings happiness and good into your life. And from this, I gleaned an affirmation, and I would like to read it a couple of times and then have you join in with me. I am one with the limitless expression of God, always creating from love into love. And let's say it again. I am one with the limitless expression of God, always creating from love into love. And please join me. I am one with the limitless expression of God, always creating from love into love. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you so much. So go ahead and stay there. And from that place, you know what? Oh, you've already closed the book. Do you know what page that was on? Don't worry about it.
What I'd like you to do is simply relax into that place of understanding that you are the limitless expression of God. God is fully embodied by you and by each and every one of us. And although we are not the allness of God in the individual sense, the allness of God is flowing through us at all times. Perfect power is ours. Perfect expression is ours. Perfect love is ours. Perfect light is ours. And from this place, we're going to sing the chant, "A Light in This World" by Reverend Donna Michael. If you don't know it, don't worry, you'll catch on very quickly. So just relax right into that place.
Into this knowing that I am limitless. I am divine. I am always, always divine. There's only one presence, and it is love. It is everywhere present, and it is in me, through me, as me. This is my expression as divine love that is limitless, that is creative, that is powerful, and accepting. This love is beauty. It is peace. It is the truth of who I am. In this moment, I realize that I am one with God. I am the divine essence, the divine being, and the divine expression. From the inside out, I am perfect, whole, and complete. I am infinite and eternal. As God is, I am. I am the attributes and the expression and the channeling and the divine being and doing. I am the love that is the expression of God. In this creative moment of knowing, I allow myself to be free, open, accepting, and giving in this infinite flow of never-ending love, never-ending creativity, and infinite possibility. I am grateful that I am. I am grateful that I know I am. And I am grateful that there is only one, and I am it. In gratitude, I release these words to the law of mind, knowing they are imprinted on my soul and manifest in my life now, through me as love, and I accept. I release, I let go, and I let God. And together we say, and so it is.
And so now recognize the light in everyone in this room, and we're going to sing You Are a Light. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine. Shine so bright, and you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. Now collectively we make up a brilliant light as we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, and 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 we shine.
We do shine. We do, we do, we do. Each and every one of us is a perfect, brilliant, bright light. Oh, so here to take us on to our, thank you so much, Margaret Ann. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Here to take us a little bit further down that road, down that path of inspiration, we have a great song. I love this song. We've done this in service before, and it's a wonderful song by Pierre Gautreau. Yes.
And the band.
Well, who wrote it? Did the entire band write it? No. No, right. It's a song that's been written by Pierre Gautreau, and it's a fantastic song called Give What I've Got to Give. Here, I'll move this so you get a nice...
So walking around town, have you heard the news? Apparently we all got free will, we all get to choose. Are you singing love songs or are you singing the blues? got your way, and I've got mine. Oh, we're all connected by the universal central line, attracting to us what we believe all of the time. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. Always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Now hey there in the mirror, what's it gonna be? 'Cause you know that release in the past, well, that will always set you free. Well, there's only love, it's plain to see, that can take away the pain and the misery. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love.
Let's hear ya.
I give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. Well, it always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Come on, Steve. And it isn't quite appealing. Well, there's two things I can do. I can still play the game and feel the same, or put my foot in the other shoe. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I said I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. Well, it always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud above. Always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud, which breaks the dark cloud, which brings the dark cloud above. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna really give what I've gotta give.
All right. I didn't think I was going to need. I need the lyrics because something caught me when you were singing it that time through. Normally, okay. So normally when I'm preparing whatever it is I'm going to say, which is, oh, how do I prepare these days? I get up at 6 o'clock and I let it ruminate. That's how I prepare now. And today I have, yeah, I write notes, and do I follow them? Not always. But something hit me today. Something hit me today. And I'm looking for it here. Apparently, are you singing the love songs? Oh, here it is. Are you singing love songs, or are you singing the blues? Are you singing love songs, or are you singing the blues? Are you singing love songs, or are you singing the blues? So today, my entire talk, unbeknownst to me, is going to revolve around that idea. Are you singing love songs or are you singing the blues? Now, I looked at the lyrics this morning, right? I sat down, because one of the first things I do is I sit down and I say, well, what song are we doing today? I look at the lyrics, and it's funny how it just didn't really even hit me until I was hearing you sing it just now. Are you singing love songs or are you singing the blues? I am moving over here just so you're aware. Hello, everybody online. Just to put that there. You know, one of these days, maybe I'll actually keep her on her toes and I'll start doing the talk from over here. All right. Everything in your life is meant to be learned. Everything in your life is meant to be learned. There is absolutely nothing you know. Absolutely nothing you know in your life that cannot be reconsidered or relearned. Think about that. And I will ask again, are you singing the love songs or are you singing the blues? There is nothing that you know that cannot be reconsidered, rethought, rebelieved, recreated. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. How many of you are spending your life singing the blues? Now, it's a rhetorical question. I've got a bunch of rhetorical questions today. Today it's going to be a little bit in the philosophical realm. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the philosophy of science of mind today. Part of what happens with us as we experience life, and we are here for no other purpose. There is no other purpose in life than simply to experience it. Now, if we're all looking for that deep meaning of what is life all about? What's the meaning of life? That's it. The meaning of life is to experience it. Period. End of sentence. That's it. So how are you experiencing life? Are you singing the love songs or are you singing the blues? So since it's philosophically based, I'm going to lead off with an Ernest Holmes quote today. I usually wait till well into the talk to get to Ernest Holmes, right? But today, Ernest Holmes, in the chapter that we are supposed to have read for this Wednesday, that I read for last Wednesday, for class, just as a joke to everybody who was in class, and I came in having read the wrong chapter. That was a really good move on my part. In the chapter, The Law of Attraction, Ernest Holmes writes this: since we are thinking beings and cannot stop thinking, and since creative mind receives our thought and cannot stop creating, it must always be creating something for us. We are thinking beings, we cannot stop thinking. I dare you right now to try to stop thinking. Were you successful in stopping thinking? No, it's always. It is 100% constant all of the time. I really am glad I didn't have that second cup of coffee. All the time, no matter what, you are always thinking. Everything you think is backed by a belief. Everything you think is backed by a belief. The creative mind, which is the universal creative source of the universe, takes every thought that is backed by a belief, which is really every thought, and it is creating something in your experience based on that belief. Are you singing the love songs or are you singing the blues? Now, it seems like it should be easy if something is not going right. You know, and we teach that it's easy. We teach that it's a simple solution. If something is not going right in your life, how do you fix it? Consciousness. You shift your belief, you shift the thought, you shift everything that is supporting the idea that is not working for you, and you replace it with something new. So here's a rhetorical question. What are you thinking right now? Are you aware of the thoughts that you're thinking right now, or are you just listening to me with all these other thoughts that are going through your head? 90% of what is happening in our subconscious mind Well, 100% of what's happening in our subconscious mind we're not aware of, which is 90% of the creative factor of our lives. So I'm going to say that again. 100% of what's happening in our subconscious thinking is creating in our lives. 10% is conscious thinking that's creating. 90% of what is being created is happening by means of the subconscious mind. So it seems easy when I say, change your thinking, change your life, change your belief, change your life. The truth is, you must become aware of what is happening in the subconscious, in the subjective realm. Because once we become aware of that, then we get to change what is no longer working for us. What are you thinking right now? Did I catch anyone? You don't have to raise your hand. But be aware. Start to become aware of what's happening in your mind at all times. Is the thought that you were just thinking something that you just realized you were thinking right in that moment? Is it a thought that you want to have be a creative factor in your life? Because here's what happens, and I get this all the time. I finish service and people say, that was so wonderful, it was so inspirational, blah, 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 but everything is sucking in my life. And I say, okay, so what did you glean from what I had to say? Well, I get it, if you think about this, and if you think about this, I'm like, no. It's about belief, first of all. You must change your belief. That will change the thought. But how do I change the belief? How do I get it so that these thoughts stop just showing up in my life? These thoughts of lack, these thoughts of negativity, these thoughts of fear. I've got these thoughts of fear. How do I get them to stop showing up in my life? Here's how you get to have them stop showing up in your life. Now, normally, I would say, you just stop it. Right? There's Bob Newhart. Stop it! And then this morning when I was thinking about this, Tanis will be able to tell you, I then thought about that woman in the 90s, Susan Powter. Stop the insanity! Remember she had like the shaved, bleach blonde hair. She was all about, changing your diet so that you can, she lost something like 200 pounds and then she became this like guru on TV in the 90s doing these infomercials. Stop the insanity. The insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. If you keep thinking the same thing over and over again, based on a belief that you're holding on to, and expecting a different result, it's not going to happen. So I get all the time, how do I stop it? How do I stop the belief? How do I stop the thinking? And I realized that I may have led people astray in my ministry. Because I say quite frequently, stop thinking the thoughts. So, don't think about a purple elephant. What's the first place your mind goes to? Of course. The mind does not know that when you're thinking, I will no longer experience a life of lack. All it's hearing is, experience a life of lack. Because that's what's being brought to mind. That's what's being created. It doesn't know negation. The mind doesn't know negation. It simply knows lack. That's what it's hearing. And it creates lack in your experience. So the answer, instead of stop it, is now going to be, until I change it, is now going to be start it. I'm glad that got a lot of applause. Thank you, Charose. Charose, I think, gets it. And if you don't get it, well, it's good, because I'm about to explain it to you. The new answer, start it. What are we starting? New thoughts. Well, look at the philosophy we're in. We teach new thought. So if you're holding on to old thoughts that are no longer serving you, stop it. What do you start? You start thinking new thoughts. So I'm going to go back to this quote. Since we are thinking beings and cannot stop thinking, and you cannot stop thinking. You can't. So to say, stop thinking those erroneous thoughts, you can't until you do. So here we go. Stop thinking, since we are thinking beings and cannot stop thinking, and since creative mind receives our thought and cannot stop creating, it must always be creating something for us. He goes on, what it will make depends wholly upon what we are thinking. And what we shall attract will depend upon what our thoughts dwell. Since we cannot stop thinking, begin to put your thoughts on the things that you want to experience. Too frequently people say, I can't stop thinking about lack. I can't stop talking about lack. Well, yes, you can. Start talking about abundance. Start thinking about abundance. Don't try to stop that. Start thinking the new thoughts. It's not about stopping thought. It's about starting new thought. We may find it difficult. We may find it difficult to stop those old thoughts. How many of you experienced that? Yes, I have had that experience in my life where I found it difficult to stop the old thoughts. And it's because we have prejudice in our mind. We have prejudice in our mind. The prejudice is supporting a precedent. The prejudice is supporting a precedent. And I even wrote here because I figured this might be the reaction. People may be sitting there thinking, what the heck is he talking about? Yeah, what the heck is he talking about? There's a prejudice in our own minds and it is supporting precedent in our experience. So then I had to go to the dictionary because I had this talk title, right? I'm like, the prejudice of precedent. And I thought, well, it makes a lot of sense to me, but now I have to explain it. Prejudice is a preformed opinion. It is a preformed opinion, usually an unfavorable one. This is direct from the dictionary, right? Usually an unfavorable one based on insufficient knowledge, irrational feelings, or inaccurate stereotypes. So, insufficient knowledge, how do you combat insufficient knowledge? You educate yourself. That's a pretty easy one. As you become more educated, as you begin to use your mind more constructively to bring more information into your experience, you become more educated about the world around you and about your experience within the world around you. That's an easy one to get your head around. So you can get rid of prejudice by educating yourself, by letting go of insufficient knowledge and knowing at all times that you have the capacity to intuit through you infinite knowledge. And it will show up. It may show up in the form of a textbook. It may show up in the form of a YouTube video. It may show up in any number of ways. God is infinite. The divine power is infinite. So the possibilities for the way information will show up into your experience is infinite. It may be that you're walking down the street, and you should try this sometime, because I do this sometimes. Not that I'm listening in on conversations, just to be clear. Sometimes I'll be walking down the street and I'll overhear something by accident that somebody says, and it's so brilliant. I think to myself, oh, makes so much sense. Do you know what I hear most frequently walking down the street? Things like, oh, I shouldn't be thinking that. Because people know. You intuitively know that your thoughts create your experience, whether you're in this philosophy or not. Because you hear it all the time. People say, I shouldn't be thinking that. So insufficient knowledge is an easy thing to correct. Inaccurate stereotypes. I believe inaccurate stereotypes are corrected as you inform yourself, as you educate yourself. Stereotypes begin to drift away. The one thing, though, that really caught me in this is that prejudice is a preformed opinion based on irrational feelings. Irrational feelings. Now, it's something that I do talk about in class. I don't talk about it, well, I guess I've talked about it a couple times up here. Feeling is really important. Now, we get a bad rap sometimes within this philosophy because people perceive the philosophy as being very cold, as change your thinking, change your life, and we're very regimented and we don't get involved in it's like your thought changes your experience, but we don't get into the, oh, I want to feel good, right? We don't get into that all that much. Or here's the other thing, if I am a minister and I do treatment work on your behalf, I'm not responsible for the expression in form for you, except in my own mind. people take that and they think, oh, it's so unfeeling. It's such a cold philosophy because he doesn't care about me. There's a difference between being responsible and caring. I care deeply. I care deeply. But when I do my treatment work, it's a done deal. It is done in mind. Those of you who may be new here that don't understand the word treatment, talk to me after service because I can explain to you. It's affirmative prayer. It's a method we use for changing experience. So, prejudice, a preformed opinion based on irrational feelings. That's what I'm going to take focus with right now. Precedent. One of the jargon lines that gets tossed about quite a bit within this philosophy is principle is not bound by precedent. What that means is there is nothing that is happening in your experience, the divine creative source that is flowing through you, that's principle, the divine creative source that is flowing through you is not bound by anything that has happened previous to this moment. Precedent is an earlier event. Precedent is history. Precedent is statistics. Which is not now, because here's what I hear sometimes. It's not to be confused with precedents, which have totally different meanings. Because I even hear ministers say, principle is not bound by precedents. Precedence means something very different. Precedence has to do with the priority of importance. It's about priority, not about past events. So anyway, I just want to clear that up, that I will always say principle is not bound by precedent. So, the prejudice of precedent, a preformed opinion based on irrational feelings that are related to an earlier event, are what we are dragging with us like baggage on our back. Remember the day I did the talk with a bag? We are dragging these things with us into our present moment and thinking that because this is the way it showed up then, this is the way it will show up now. We carry this prejudice with us all the time until we stop, let go, educate ourselves, and realize that we don't need to carry that anymore. So if the prejudice is born from irrational feelings, what you must then begin to change are your feelings. And I hear it. I can hear people's heads going, but I can't change my feelings. The truth is you are 100% in charge of your feelings. This is one of the things that we go through when I teach mental muscle. We have an entire week called Feelings Week. And within that process, people learn, oh, I am in charge of my feelings. If I'm not, in this moment, feeling good, I get to change it. I get to make a new decision and create a feeling of joy coming through me. The reason that people don't feel good is because they're holding on to things from the past and allowing them to inform their present. In this perfect present moment, you're totally 100% in charge of your feelings. If you don't think you can control your feelings, here's what I will tell you. Try. Try it. Just try it. Just try it. Last week's talk was really all about meditation. And there was a very purposeful thing that I did where I really did the entire talk from the point of view of let's get to that meditative place so we can simply accept. I mean, the tone of last week's talk was very different from the tone of this week's talk where I'm bouncing off the walls, right? That's one way that you can really get in and change the feeling, the practice of meditation. One thing that will become very clear as you begin to take charge of your feelings is you will recognize how much precedence you give to your erroneous thought. You'll begin to recognize the priority that your erroneous thoughts have in your experience. What happens is people come to me And I keep going to this. People come to me. I can't change the thought. I can't change the belief. I can't change the feeling. It keeps showing up in my life. And I say, what is your spiritual practice? How are you actively pursuing the change in belief? Oh, well, you know, I meditate sometimes. I do some affirmations, but, you know, I do the affirmation. It just doesn't feel right. I do treatment work, but it's not really showing up in my experience. Okay, does that mean you stop? How many people go to the gym? Now, I used to lift weights. I used to lift weights. You go to the gym. Do you do kilos here? Because I only know pounds. Can I speak in pounds, being from the States? So I go to the gym. Okay, so you're going to do a bench press, right? And the bar is, 45 pounds. And then you put the extra weight on it. And, you know, am I going to go in and try and bench press 250 pounds without ever having bench pressed in my life? No. This is what people feel that they're up against. They come to me, they say, I can't change the thought. Well, you're trying to bench press 250 pounds without practice. See? It takes spiritual practice. Do you think I became, see, this is a joke. I just want to verify, this is a joke. Do you think I became the enlightened being before you overnight? Somebody say yes, please. It takes constant practice. So then I also liken it to this. I bought a guitar, 3-4 weeks ago? Did I buy the guitar with the thought that, oh, I'm going to get the guitar out of the case and I'm going to be able to play it? Well, actually, I did think that. And I can. I can strum the strings, and I can get my fingers into the right place, and there's a chord, and oh, wait, okay, now I gotta, there's a chord, right? It's slow going at the top. It's interesting, something that we talked about downstairs before the service today is that it's slow going, and it's hard work, and it's hard work, and it's hard work, and then at some point, it's easy. Do you know why? Why it becomes easy is because you've changed the subjective, you've changed the subconscious tendency of your mind. But you must stay in spiritual practice in order to do it. Spiritual practice is like exercise, and like practicing the guitar. It is creating muscle memory, basically. Lifting the weight of erroneous thought, strengthening the muscle of your mind. Ernest Holmes writes, man must bring himself to the place in mind where there is no misfortune, no calamity, no accident, no trouble, no confusion. Man must bring himself to the place where there is nothing but plenty, peace, power, life, and truth, by definitely, daily, declaring the truth about himself. Daily practice. Not just Sunday, not just Tuesday class, not just Wednesday class, daily spiritual practice. You must speak the truth at all times about yourself. And the truth is, whatever you are speaking about yourself is the truth of your experience. So when you go out there and you say, oh, I just don't have enough money, that's the truth. When you go out there and you say, oh, I just don't have enough friends, I'm feeling really lonely, that's the truth. When you go out there and you say, I don't feel so well, that's the truth. Everything you speak is the truth because it is backed by a belief. So, in your daily spiritual practice, I talked about incorporating meditation on a daily basis last week, right? This week I'm going to talk about something that we've already done once today, speaking affirmations. Today we're going to talk about speaking affirmations. An affirmation is, very simply, speaking your good out loud. I'm not talking about thinking affirmations. You can think the affirmations, but it is so much better if you speak them out loud. And I'll tell you what, look in the mirror and look yourself in the eye when you're speaking your affirmations. That scares people. One of the exercises that I did during practitioner study is, and it terrified me, but it got me to the understanding of something that I was lacking in myself. I went to the mirror and I looked at myself in the mirror. I looked right in my own eyes and I said, I love you. It took me a while before I believed it. But I reminded myself every day that I love myself. By looking myself in the eye, looking at that reflection, and recognizing that that is someone who is worthy of love. Because I didn't think I was for a very long time. So here are rules of affirmation. There are really only 2 rules. Number 1, you speak in the first person. It is always claiming your own good. I am. I experience. I know. I know that I am abundant. I know that I am love. I trust that I am the good that I wish to experience in the world. Look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and speak in the first person. Also, speak in the present tense. I've heard people say, I will experience good. I'm going to experience love. Very nice thoughts, but here's what happens. Mind, the creative factor of the universe, hears, I'm going to experience good. And it says, yes, you're going to experience good at some time in the future because you have not claimed it now. If you put it in the present tense, mind hears and says, yes, it's done right here, right now. If you put it in the future, mind is always saying, oh, it's going to be out there. You're going to have to wait for it. And as long as you put it in the future, you will never achieve it. So, affirmations. I'm going to encourage you, in addition to the meditation practice that you started last week and you're doing on a daily basis. I think I said only 5 minutes, right? 10? Did I say 10? 10 minutes of meditation every day. And here's what happens in the meditation. You get yourself to that place of, I understand that God is all there is. This is all I'm going to encourage you to do in meditation. I understand that God is all there is. I understand that love is all there is. There's only this one energy, this one perfect power. And in your meditation, you align yourself by recognizing that that's who and what you are. God is all there is. I am the divine. It's the only place you need to go to in meditation. Do that for 10 minutes. Look, 10 minutes. When you've completed that, then go to the mirror. And I'm asking you to do this every day. So now you're at 10 minutes of meditation. And following that, I want you to go to the mirror and I want you to say to yourself affirmations. Right in the mirror. Do you think you can do that? Yes? See how your life begins to shift in the course of 1 week. Now, here's one thing to be acutely aware of. As you speak the affirmation to yourself in the mirror, what is the tendency of your mind? What is the thought behind the affirmation? Because if your affirmation is, I am abundant, and your thought is going, your checking account is at 0. Don't fret, keep affirming. That small voice, the tendency of your thought will begin to shift, but it is a daily practice. So the way I wanted to end, so last week sort of ended on a meditation. This week we're going to end on affirmation. All right? So what I'm going to do is I've got some very simple, easy affirmations. I'm going to read them, and we're going to read them as a group, or we're going to repeat them as a group. You're not going to read them because I have them here in front of me on the paper, and you don't have them in front of you to read. And I'm going to drink some water. So, what I'd like you to do is simply release, let go, and allow. Release, let go, and allow. You're releasing any tension that you may be feeling. Let go of any preconceived notion, and allow these words to simply resonate and be the truth of you. First of all, I am healthy. Let's say that together. I am healthy. Say it again. I am healthy. One more time. I am healthy. I am fulfilled creatively. I am fulfilled creatively. I am fulfilled creatively. I am fulfilled creatively. Okay. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful friends. I am a money magnet. A money magnet. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. Very simply, quietly, in this moment, go to that place, release any preconceived notions, let go. Simply resonate with these ideas. I am healthy. I am fulfilled creatively. I have wonderful friends. I am a money magnet. Breathe into that. And repeat after me. I am. I am. I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. And so it is. Namaste. Careful there, Brian. All right, so now we're in that place. We are in that place. In that place of understanding. In that place of embodiment. I am looking forward to, as we move along, as I do Sundays, I'm much more interested now in bringing practical tools and making sure that you leave here with something that you can use at all times. Because it's not enough for me to say, oh, come here, feel good, feel inspired. If you are not able to practice this in your life, it doesn't matter. So I appreciate all of you being here today. We have come to that place of offering. As a reminder, 5% of what is collected today is going to Children's Aid. And whatever you have to give, please know, give it from a loving heart. Do not give out of obligation. And as we celebrate givingness and receivingness, that it's a big circular currency. It's a flow of God that is happening by means of this activity. So as the baskets go around, we're going to sing the song I Love, which is the song that is clipped to the front of your songbook, as it is, well, it's not very new anymore, but by Pierre Gautreau. So stand up, relax, stretch if you want to, and as the baskets go around, let's sing and celebrate together.
I live, I breathe, I give, I receive.
right, I will invite Margaret Ann to do a blessing over the offering.
Please join me in knowing that there is one infinite supply that is ever present, ever flowing, and this infinite supply is love, and it flows through each and every one of us in a bounty that is overflowing and brilliant. And this bounty flows through this center as purpose and love and connection and a joyful expression that is ever expanding. In gratitude for these gifts in these baskets, and in gratitude for each and every person here and associated with this center, I express love, peace, joy, and a divine being, a divine way that is abundant and true. In gratitude, I release these words to the law of mind, knowing it is done and it is truth. I receive these with an open and loving heart for this center. I release, I let go, and together we say, and so it is.
Thank you very much, Margaret Ann. So I want to thank everyone who participated in making today's service possible. I want to thank Christina for setting up. Where did she go? Am I just blind? Oh, she's out there setting up. I want to thank her for setting up. And I want to thank Jim and Carmen and Derek, who are our greeters today. I want to thank in the bookstore Nick and Kathy. So please check out the bookstore. So maybe I'll make this announcement now. So we are moving, as of March 1st, we are taking over the hairdresser's space. We're going to move our bookstore up there. We're going to move our offices up there is the plan right now. But we're going to greatly expand our bookstore. I'm working on a book list so that we can expand and really make it a viable bookstore that will have, the idea is to have it open full time here on the east end of Queen Street and have it available to the public throughout the week as well. So we're looking to greatly expand our bookstore. But I want to thank Nick and Kathy for helping out today and making sure that it is available to you today. So check out what we have in the bookstore. I want to thank our practitioner, Margaret Ann, and I trust and know this is the last time I will have ever introduced you as a practitioner intern. Think about that. So I want to thank you for your treatment work today and your brilliant meditation. Thank you so much for that. Our board members, Susan and Judy, thank you so much for your service today. In the sound booth, Carrie, for making the band and me sound so brilliant. I want to thank Linda for ensuring that we get out to the world via the internet and say hello to everybody who's online as well. I want to thank Mahala for being out with the kids today. Mahala, thank you. I want to thank the band and Pierre and everybody for the brilliant work that they bring every single week. And I truly, truly want to offer my sincere, sincere gratitude for each and every one of you for being here and for showing up and for making a commitment in your own lives to do what you know resonates with you. Because no matter what, it doesn't matter what I say up here. How are you living life? It's all up to you. So on that note, I'm going to invite you to relax, and we're going to go into the benediction song. So churchy. I'm so grateful to have been able to bring this particular song to this center. It resonates with me very deeply. So one of the things that you'll hear is you're going to hear in the lyric things that may not sound so positive. As they come through, recognize that there's a turn in each phrase, a turn of understanding to affirm that which truly is, which is, no matter what the circumstances are in our life, we have the capacity right here and right now to turn everything around. And we can do that because we are the light. We are the divine. We are love. Right here, right now, it is who and what we are. We fully express and embody from this place. That's the truth. So I simply invite you to relax and breathe and and simply, simply listen. There is a light that guides you through the storms. There is a place of healing and calm. There is a peace that lives beneath the waves, beneath the sorrow and the joy. There is a stillness and grace. Your tears like rain are falling from the skies. It is God's love that's pouring from your eyes. The wounds of life, they bring healing, my friend. The heart that breaks is but opening again. The heart that breaks is but opening again. Right here in this moment, I recognize, I know, I understand that there is only one power. There's only one infinite intelligence. There's only one source of all creation, and it is experienced by us right here and right now, each and every one of us living our lives as this power, as the creative factor. We are each of us living from love, as love. We are each of us living from light and as light. We each express beauty and joy and harmony in our experience, for this is where we choose to be. So right here and right now, from this understanding and alignment with that divine energy, with the understanding that that is all there is, I claim for each and every one of us a life that is magnificent. I claim for each and every one of us that extraordinary experiences happen in every moment of our day, for the extraordinary is in the ordinary. For it is a matter of degrees and perception and understanding. And so I claim a deeper, deeper understanding right here and right now. I claim for each and every one of us that life is unfolding in a brilliantly forward-moving way. That no matter what, our lives are unfolding for good. Our lives are unfolding for purpose, on purpose, and with purpose. This is what I stand for. I am resolved in my own thinking and in my own belief system that this is the truth with a capital T, and it is done right here and right now. And so I simply step out of the way and allow it to be done. And I do so with a grateful heart. I do so with a grateful expression. I do so in gratitude for all that is. I am grateful for this divine mind. I am grateful for this community, and I'm grateful for this experience. And in gratitude, I simply let it unfold. And in the unfoldment, I know that my word spoken is done. And so I simply let it be done. I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. There is a light that guides you through the storms. There is a place of healing and calm. There is a peace that lives beneath the waves, beneath the sorrow and the joy. There is a stillness and grace.
tears like rain are falling from the skies. It is God's love that's pouring from your eyes. The wounds of life, they bring healing, my friend. The heart that breaks is but opening again. The heart that breaks is but opening again. There is a light. There is a light.
Namaste. And so we're going to take this out. We're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to take it out into the street with, what song are we doing? I can't remember.
Number 33.
Number 33.
Breathe the Same Air.
Breathe the Same Air.
Well, it's an idea whose time has come. A new generation decides as one. Of the same small planet we are born. It's never been so obvious before. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. The future of history is crystal clear. The borders between us will disappear. Of the same small planet we are born, and there's no foreign country anymore. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. Some say that I'm out of touch with the times, that this world is no place for a vision like mine. Well, still I can see it, and still I believe it. There's too many lives on the line. There's so many lives on the line. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. Have a great week, everyone. Do please enjoy fellowship, and I want to say thank you to everybody who engaged in the potluck today and for bringing stuff for all of us to share. Thank you so much.
What is my source? 1, 2, 3.